Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Lucas Oil Studios and riding on a dope set of General Tires, SpeedFreaks, Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys, Richie, Cole, and Cody, Big Johnson. This isn't a show, it's a
We are live, Kenny. We are live.
Are we live, Freak Nation? If that's the way the show is going to go tonight, man, you guys might want to stick around for 2 freaking hours as Crasher and yours truly are live from the middle of World Wide Technology Raceway. And if we had a camera for behind the scenes, you guys would be locked in for the show for two full hours because, dang it, to get this show live on the air with Crasher and I sitting in the media center at World Wide Technology Raceway, and the IndyCar series is going off. We're trying to line up with Fox. We're trying to line up with our radio affiliates. We're trying to line up with YouTube. But, damn it, we're lined up other than that stupid freaking intro didn't make it, damn it. We're going to give you 2 hours of Freak Nation coverage that you're not going to find anywhere else. And what's so awesome about this, again, we're in the middle of World Wide Technology Raceway, Crasher, and we can't watch the damn IndyCar race. We're going to have to rely on Cole Cusimano, Richard C. Suave, and maybe time to time from Cody Big Ass Johnson to tell us what the hell is going on. It sure sounds good here, Crasher, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's all we have. We have the sound. The cars are literally going around us, Kenny, and we have no idea what is happening. I know Marcus Ericsson is leading. Is that still the case?
Yeah, we're in the middle of some pit stops here, some green flag pit stops.
Mm-hmm.
Live on Fox.
That's right, Big Daddy Fox.
You should do a double screen, everybody. You can watch
Absolutely.
us on FS2 on one screen, and then you can pull up the actual IndyCar race from World Wide Technology Raceway on Big Daddy Fox. Right now, we're about a little past over 100 laps under green flag pit stops right now. Do a little double screen experience tonight because that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing right now. We're live on the air. Cole's got his laptop set up here. So we're doing a little – I got one eye on the show, one eye on my camera, and I got I got my left eye on Cole's laptop in front of us here.
All right, Freak Nation. So that's what we got tonight, man. We're going to give you updates on the IndyCar Series race going off at World Wide Technology Raceway. Under the lights, they jacked it up about another 30 minutes before the regular start time because allegedly there's some weather coming in. They want to get this damn thing done before – Crasher, can't do that. Remember, I've got to do that.
It is not allegedly. It is coming. The original reason for moving up the green flag 30 minutes was because of lightning coming to the area, but that lightning is now coming with other things, the wet stuff, and that's a bummer.
All right, Freak Nation. So, yes, we will continue to update you on the IndyCar Series race, but more importantly, Denny Hamlin, what this dude is doing over 40 is crazy. And we got the numbers, of course, with his win in Michigan, and doing it for Kyle Busch, Freak Nation. We've got Denny Hamlin coming up, and there was a pretty, I don't want to say somber, but just straight up press conference with Richard Childress yesterday afternoon at Michigan International Speedway. We're going to get to that coming up here in the Freak Nation. Also, Myles Rowe, if you're not familiar with this dude, he now has 3 wins in the Indy NXT series. It's the feeder series. It's the O'Reilly series to NASCAR. It's the feeder series to the IndyCar series. And he's not a young dude, man. He's 25 years old. But what he's doing as an African-American, not just the fact that he's a African-American in an open-wheel series winning races, it's what he did today. He started at the back of the pack. I mean, he was disqualified from his qualifications as he grabbed the pole. So they put him at the back of the field. So what does the dude do? He goes out and wins the damn race. He passes 23 cars and wins the race. So Myles Rowe, Crasher, will be joining us sometime in the next 2 hours.
And when you say disqualified, some people go, huh? Then how was he able to even race the race? It's a really weird rule that was broken in which he did an extra lap of qualifying. That is against the rules, and that is grounds for DQ. So it's not that anything was illegal on the car. The car was fine, and the car was fast, clearly. He'll tell you that in this interview coming up.
So, yeah, Myles Rowe will be joining us here in the Freak Nation. And we may get to our interview with Alex Palou, your pole sitter for tonight's World Wide Technology Bommarito 500. And really the one reason I want to play this is because this guy, the last 4 races on 4 different kinds of racetracks, has had the pole. So what'd you say, Crasher? 30 days dude's been on the pole?
Yes, Alex Palou has been on the pole for an entire month on a road course first, then a super speedway, then a street circuit, and now a short oval. 4 different types of racetracks, all in 1 month, not really a calendar month, but 4 weeks. And 4 weeks, 4 poles, 4 different tracks. Alex Palou.
Yeah, we're onto something here with Alex Palou. It is crazy what this guy is doing. And Myles Rowe brought it into perspective with us when we talked to him about Alex Palou. I said, dude, you sit in the same seat that 4-time IndyCar champion Alex Palou sat in earlier yesterday. And he gave his spiel on what he thinks he's witnessing with Alex Palou in the IndyCar series. Also joining us next 2 hours, JR Todd, NHRA Funny Car champion from 2018, who, by the way, was on his way to a funny car win in, where the hell were they, Crasher? Up the Northeast. Where the hell were they? Yeah, sure. Yeah, they're up there. Damn, man, I get mixed up from Maryland to where they, New Hampshire. Yeah, Epping. That's where the hell they were.
That's where they are now.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
He didn't make the finals.
I know he didn't make the finals, but he was on his way to possibly winning it up. No, he didn't. We're not going to give it away, Freak Nation, because he joins us. The finals were called, and they're going to be run next week in Bristol on Friday afternoon.
The finals for Top Fuel and Funny Car were called because of weather in Epping this weekend. And yes, they will finish. They will declare the Wally winners, the trophy winners, the winners, Friday of Bristol weekend next weekend.
Wow. So, yeah, Freak Nation, hell of 2 hours that we got for you coming up here in the show. And when you look at this motorsports weekend, these are the kind of weekends that I enjoy the most because you have everybody running. Motocross was back. Jet Lawrence sweeps the freaking Hangtown in Motos 1 and 2. He's back. You've got NHRA. You've got IndyCar. You've got NASCAR with all 3 of their series running. And evidently, with today's – and I'll say this.
You're not going to talk about F1?
I'm going to – man, we have only so much freaking space, Crash.
Monaco, though. You can't forget Monaco.
Kimi Antonelli.
All that passing in Monaco.
Yeah. Oh, man. Best race of the weekend by far.
Yeah. All I read was shrapnel was coming up from the freaking streets, you know?
Yep.
And Kimi Antonelli at freaking 19 years old is beating dudes he shouldn't be beating. But regardless, yeah, okay, there's our Formula One talk, Richie. You good with that?
Well,
yeah.
Wait, it was so bad that Joel Embiid of the 76ers called out Monaco in F1. That's how bad it was.
I mean, we knew this going in. I didn't even wake up for the stinking race. I just happened to wake. Like, I didn't set my alarm to wake up at 6 a.m. Pacific time to watch Monaco. I ended up waking up at like 7:30, 7:35. I was like, I'll check on the race, see what's going on, and go back to sleep. And so I just even going to wake up for this stupid race. And somehow I still managed to tune in. I still hated it. Even though Lewis Hamilton finished P2, he's got – how about this stat, y'all? This is the kind of stuff you're going to get nowhere else except here in the Freak Nation. Ready, Cole?
Yeah.
Ready for this stat? Here we go. Keep the camera on me, Cody. This is great statistics, okay? I'm going to bring you – okay, here we go. Lewis Hamilton had 0 podiums with Ferrari all of last season. Who was he dating last season? Nobody. Lewis Hamilton, when he's dating Kim Kardashian here in the year 2026, he has 2 podiums. The Kardashian curse is over. Lewis Hamilton is back. He is in the championship hunt. He's currently second in the World Drivers' Championship. It's not over yet, baby. Come on. Get in, Lewis. Get in. Okay, go back to the pole.
Love it.
You need nothing more than that. Let me give you another Monaco stat, though. The Lewis Hamilton stat wins the night. But Monaco stat, when's the last time, give me a year, that there was a pass for the lead in the Monaco Grand Prix?
Like 1992.
I'll go back to 1712.
Actually, Richie, you're very close, but it's sooner than that.
1994.
96.
It's 96.
Hey.
Cole, there you go. Cole, you were just a little baby.
That's right.
The last time a pass
That's
happened
crazy.
for the lead at Monaco.
All right.
All right, the good news is, Freak Nation, with this race being under the lights, we had a chance to catch most of the Cup race. I saw just a boring finish, but fortunately, I saw the majority of the first and second stages, some of the third stage, which provided some great content, some great things to talk about. So, yes, I saw that. But then when you get to the track, there's so many things you got to take care of and take care of this and that. We got plenty from Denny Hamlin, plenty from Richard Childress that we're going to talk about. And actually something that Richie brought up in our 16-second pre-show meeting about Denny Hamlin and what this guy is doing at over 40 years old. And Richie, not too many other over 40-year-old dudes are doing.
Yeah, it's pretty dang impressive. I can't wait to talk about this a little bit later in the show, so stay tuned, because I got a stat for you that will blow you away, and it will put into perspective the kind of season Denny Hamlin is having, the kind of career Denny Hamlin is having, 63 career wins. And I got the stat for you in terms of how many of those wins have come after the age of 40, which means, well, after he's 2 decades into his career and he's still crushing it, and you're going to be blown away by this one statistic. So stay tuned. That's your tease, Cole, for coming up a little bit later in the show, because you're going to be blown away when I tell you this stat.
It is madness, Freak Nation. Of course, we're doing this all on FS2, Fox Sports FS2, Freak Radio Network, YouTube, and every other social media outlet out there on the planet, Freak Nation. Don't forget the second hour still stays on the Freak Radio Network and official Speed Freaks on YouTube. But yeah, the first hour is going to be a banger, as the kids like to say it. We're going to hear from Denny Hamlin. We're going to hear from Richard Childress. We may hear from Alex Palou, Myles Rowe, Kyle Kirkwood, who joined us earlier this week, but talks about all these drivers are asked about the pyro here at World Wide Technology Raceway. I'm going to share with you, Freak Nation, where the hell I was when the pyro went off. Crasher, what's so funny? Don't you need to say that? Don't blow the tease. Don't blow the tease. I love it. Okay, don't blow the tease, damn it. All right. So, yeah, Freak Nation, it's going to be a hell of a 2 hours, or as the kids say, hella 2 hours here in the Freak Nation. Be sure you follow us on all of our social media outlets and stick with us for 2 hours, man, because it's going to be an extravaganza. Coming up next, Denny Hamlin. What this guy is doing at 40 years old is bananas. And he did it today for Kyle Busch. We'll explain coming up next. Speed Freaks Pits and the Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Keeping your pride and joy perfect is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Start with Slick Mist Speed Wax. Simply mist on and wipe off for a professional detailer shine. For your tires and trim, there's Lucas Slick Mist Tire and Trim Shine. Spray on and wipe off for better than new look. Then finish her with Lucas Slick Mist Interior Detailer. Just spray and wipe. Easy. Use Lucas Slick Mist Car Care products and she'll never look better. Fast, easy, and professional. Really, it's sort of like having an extra set of hands. Or 3.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to say
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring.
Hello.
You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Oh, Kenny, as you know what's great about... There we go,
Freak
you're
Nation,
back.
our friends at Lucas Oil are keeping this thing possible. Sorry, I muted myself there, guys. In fact, our good friend Cole Cusimano decided to keep his car fat and happy over the weekend by putting that Lucas Oil in his freaking hot rod. So, yeah, you do the same, Freak Nation. Go to lucasoil.com. That's lucasoil.com to check out a line of products to keep your rides fat and happy. That's lucasoil.com, lucasoil.com. So, Denny Hamlin gets himself another race win. And how old is he right about now there, Richard C.?
He's 45.
Thanks.
All right. 45 years old. Richie, I would like for you or Cole to drop the stat, what he's doing at this age.
That's your stat.
I did this, okay? Cole's usually our stat guy. And you know what? He was busy doing some shout out to Cole. He was actually doing some production work for us today instead of grabbing the stats. So I grabbed the stats for you. Here's what's impressive about Denny Hamlin. So this was his 63rd career win in the Cup Series today. That ties him for 9th all time. But here's where it gets a little bit even more impressive. Number one, he cut a points lead down to Tyler Reddick from, I believe it was around 90-ish points or so, down to under 60 points. So he's right back in contention with Tyler Reddick for that NASCAR Cup Series points lead this year. However, after the age of 40, today's win was Denny Hamlin's 19th career win after the age of 40. So 19 of his 63 career wins have come age 40 or higher. In the modern era, and I'm going to call the modern era, since the year 2000. So in the last 25 plus years, since this show started, there's only one other driver who has had more wins past the age of 40 than Denny Hamlin. I'm going to give you one guess off the top of your head who you think that is, and when I tell you how many wins he had, you're going to be really, really shocked. So who do you think, out the top of your head, most wins, retired only a couple years ago, there's your one hint, after the age of 40, NASCAR Cup Series, who you got? Since the year 2000.
Well, am I supposed to act like you didn't tell me? Richie?
Did I tell you before? I did tell you, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Play along. It's Kevin Harvick for the
Harvick.
for the FS2
Happy
folks.
Harvick.
So Kevin Harvick, this is crazy. He had 29 wins after the age of turning 40. 29 of his 60 total wins. So that just tells you how great Kevin Harvick was. And
Whoa. Richie, I'm stopping you for a reason. You just said 29 of his 60 wins.
Yes.
Basically half his wins were after he was 40 years old.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Whoa.
And Denny Hamlin's not done yet, dude. He's going to win more races this year. He's still under contract for 2027 as well. So I have a feeling Denny Hamlin, he may not get to 29, but he's going to be pretty damn near close by the end of his career. And Cole pulled a piece of audio that we can get to a little bit later where Denny was asked about his future. But what Denny Hamlin is doing right now is truly one of the most impressive things I've seen in stock car racing. Like, you should not be doing this at 45 years old. Usually you're up and retired by this point in most sports. 20 plus years in the sport, and he is still continuing to dominate and really having, in the last 2 years, having the two best seasons of his career, you could argue.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's almost like we're seeing Denny Hamlin in his prime at 45 years old. And I want to just say one thing for people watching, listening out there. There was a point in time where Denny Hamlin was a very divisive driver in the NASCAR space. A lot of haters, be it for his personality, for being a Toyota driver. And I just want to say, as a young fan watching NASCAR, I never really got to appreciate what Kyle Busch did in all of his winning. So if you are a Denny Hamlin hater or a Toyota hater or whatever, just appreciate what you're witnessing right now because it really is a once-in-a-lifetime drive by this legend in stock car racing and all of motorsports, honestly. Just 45 years old, competing at the top of his game and just completely taking these guys to school every single weekend.
Does it matter if he doesn't win a championship?
Not at all. Not at all, in my opinion.
He's still a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Tied for 9th all time. He's going to be sole possession of 9th at this point, so.
again, you could go up and down the list of NFLers and NBAers and Major League Baseball players that never won a World Series, a championship.
Dan Marino's still Hall of Famer.
I'm right. That's not the question I asked. It's the question that we asked those Cup drivers is, would you rather win a championship or the Daytona 500? They all say a championship. Great. Denny Hamlin's not won. I've got as many championships as Denny Hamlin. Every one of us on the show have as many championships as Denny Hamlin. I'm not a Hall of Famer when it comes to driving a freaking race car, but does it matter if he hasn't won a championship?
And, with some drivers, I would say, yes, it does matter. With Denny Hamlin, I say, no, it doesn't. For everything else that he has done for the sport, no.
But because of his age.
No, not because of his age. Because of him being such a voice for the sport, for change in the sport, for him with his podcast and moving ideas forward, for him just in the number of wins in general. No, I think it doesn't matter. I think he wants a title, obviously, but no, I don't think it matters if he doesn't get one at this point.
It depends. Like, who does it matter to? That's my question. Like, who? Mm-hmm. That's the question. Like, for me, it doesn't matter. He's still going to be a top 15 driver of all time because Mark Martin was just on the Amazon Prime broadcast, right?
Yeah,
and it's like, is it? It's never Mark Martin * never won a championship. It's always Hall of Famer Mark Martin, and that's exactly where Denny Hamlin's going to fit into this sport for the most part. And you could argue his kind of mark on NASCAR is going to go even further because he's going to own 2311 long past after he retires as well. So we're going to see him for 2 more decades plus in the sport.
Mm-hmm. And on top of that, it's all the adversities, too. Just all the heartbreak year after year losing these championships. Obviously, the battle with NASCAR in the courts, the loss of his father, all these different things that he's had to overcome, and he's still, like we just said, winning at his age and competing for championships at his age. It really is just so remarkable to witness and just enjoy the ride. That's plain and simple.
All right, we got some Denny Hamlin sound that you guys have pulled with this post-race. I want you guys to set it up, tee it up, take care of it.
All right. Yeah, so Richie kind of alluded to this one first, so we'll start with this one. Denny Hamlin, once again, 45 years old, still competing at the top of his game, but he was asked during his winning press conference when he may retire, if it would be this year or in the near future, and here's what he had to say.
And muted. Awesome stuff.
Okay.
Great work.
Cool.
Everybody.
Nice. Well.
Can we paraphrase?
Yeah, we can paraphrase, sure. He said that he would like to race at least another 2 years as he's under contract, and if he is competing the way he's competing right now, it would be very difficult for him to step away next year or the year after that.
And like we were saying, I don't think that's going to happen, man.
No way.
Especially in this current Gen 7 car, Joe Gibbs ain't going anywhere, man. And we were talking, I'm going to get your guys' take on this because 3 of us were talking before the show, and Cody brought this up, which is Denny Hamlin has perfected this car, right, Cody? He's the guy. He just, for whatever reason, like I was referring to last week, he is so good at manipulating the air on these race cars. Why would he retire? Because he's the best at it, and that's why he's winning all these races.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think one big thing he said, too, was that there's 3 signs to look for when it's your time to retire. It's the body aches, it's the reaction time, and it's the eyesight. And he said the body aches are there for sure, but his reaction time and his eyesight, they're all perfect. So there's no reason to step away from racing right now.
My only question is also a part of the post-race presser was the admission, unless I read something incorrectly, the admission that Brent Cruz is the guy who's going to fill Denny Hamlin's seat coming up. So do they delay that?
Oh, to that, I'll respond with this. We saw Connor Zilic wreck twice in the span of less than 10 laps. There is no need to rush your top talents to the Cup Series. We've said this till we're blue in the face.
Yep.
Just let him develop as long as he can, then he can go with the Cup Series. But I did see that from our friend Kelly Crandall at Racer.com.
Yeah. We do have a little bit of breaking news in the IndyCar race. It is pouring outside.
It's raining.
And it's
yes, I was going to tell you guys that.
Halfway.
We've been in and amongst the Denny Hamlin conversation, but yes, I was going to tell you it's raining.
With Marcus Ericsson leading the race over Kyle Collette, the rookie, in second place.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How many laps?
Just past halfway.
It's like 137, I think it said.
Oh.
Yeah. What a bummer. It looks like it's pouring, too, over there.
God. So they made it to halfway. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, red flag is out.
Yep. There
Damn.
it is.
Damn. I mean, good on the folks there at IndyCar and World Wide Technology Raceway though for everybody's headed for moving the race up 25 minutes or so to get as much of the race in as possible. Because if the race had started when it normally was going to start, they would have had a tough time getting past halfway.
So I talked to Chris Blair. He is the pontiff of World Wide Technology Raceway. He's the king, the head honcho. And he did say that specifically it was his decision. He moved it up, and it was hard because he's dealing with TV, but he's also dealing with his fans in the midway. If you didn't see, or you may or may not have seen, the front stretch the stands were not as crowded as what the ticket sales would prove because people were still in the midway. They were planning on another half hour out there. So it was a lot for him to juggle, but this was his decision, and clearly it was the right one. We may need to call this race because it might not clear up in time, at least to go before midnight tonight. So yeah, good for him. That's what you have to do.
Oh, we got a break. Holy smokes. More from Denny Hamlin, Richard Childress coming up next. SpeedFreaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
SpeedFreaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive styling. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of SpeedFreaks since 2001.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas Fuel Treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
The most memorable night in NTT IndyCar racing is coming to World Wide Technology Raceway on Sunday, June 7th. It's a 200-mile-per-hour spectacle of speed that you have to see to believe. The stars of the Indy 500 take center stage in the 10th annual Bomarito Automotive Group 500. That's not all. The stars of Indy NXT and the USAC Silver Crown Series go wheel to wheel to bring you 3 edge-of-your-seat races. Get your tickets to the big show at WWTRaceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring.
Hello.
You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. That's 800-948-1659.
There is less than 1/100th of an inch of motor oil protecting your car's engine. Friction and heat causes engine oil to experience thermal breakdown, weakening its ability to protect the engine and its parts. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer is specially formulated to resist thermal breakdown, protect vital engine parts, and extend the life of your engine. It also stops smoking, knocking, and oil consumption in worn engines. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer. Keep that engine alive.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, our friends, want to remind you, when wet weather rolls, you want to make sure you're on a new set of General Tires. Go to GeneralTire.com. That's GeneralTire.com. Check out a line of tires to keep all your folks happy inside your hot rods. Go to GeneralTire.com. Getting back to more with Denny Hamlin and what he did at Michigan International Speedway, and frankly what he's done this year and last year with all of these race wins. Cole, go ahead and set up the next soundbite with Denny Hamlin.
All right, yeah, so Denny Hamlin's incredible rally from the rear once again brought him win number 63 in his Cup career. That now ties him for 9th all-time with his old teammate Kyle Busch. He had a really awesome tribute to his former teammate post-race, flying a flag out the car, had a really cool 18 hat he was rocking. This is Denny Hamlin on the tribute that he had for his friend Kyle Busch following this win.
I mean, it started Monday morning. I mean, at that, right after the race, it was like, okay, it's something we probably ought to get on because we might win next week, right? So I want to be prepared for that. And then, I'm thinking, okay, well, how do I put the 8? I know him as the 18. I don't know the right thing, right? And then this person owns this font, that person owns this trademark, and it's like, we had to have some collaboration, and I appreciate RCR letting us use the stylized 8 with the Joe Gibbs Racing the 1, and it was just the happy balance that I felt good about when it all came out. And so, it's NASCAR community's kind of just been through it, over the last, certainly the last few weeks, but just generally in the last 6 to 8 months, it's just been tough. And so, I just wanted to pay my respects to someone that, I really did look up to and taught me so much as a teammate. There's nothing we can say or do that's going to make, his family feel better, but it's, at least during that little time, you can pay him the respects that he deserves.
One more thing I wanted to say just before we get to Richard Childress and all that fun stuff is that kudos to NASCAR on Prime for letting this moment breathe. We had a good 2 to 5 minutes of just Hamlin doing his victory lap, doing some burnouts, and it was an awesome, epic moment to just take in and just not be ruined by commentary. So thank you, NASCAR on Prime.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. I did see a lot of people. I was not able to watch that as I was watching the end of the Indy NXT race live here at WWT Raceway, but that was the prominent viewpoint of so many people on social media that they appreciated, like you said so eloquently, letting the moment breathe, letting it speak for itself. And that's not always an easy thing to do with people who love to jab, but it was so necessary. And wow, hearing Denny Hamlin talk about everything that needed to come together just to put that one flag together, and then how expensive it is to supersede or to make something go so fast and to make it happen overnight. Wow.
Yeah, and it's not closure, but it helps pave the road to closure when something like that happens. Just let folks' emotions go with those 2.5 minutes during that downtime with Denny Hamlin showing his respect to Kyle Busch.
Yeah, I thought it was one of the. I think it's going to stand out to me as one of the moments of the entire season when we look back at the end of the year, because one of the most indelible images in NASCAR over the last 25 years. Again, I'm going to use that number because that's how long the show's been around. Almost 26 now, coming up a couple weeks, huh?
That's right.
Almost
yeah,
26th birthday coming up a couple weeks. But is Phoenix Raceway, Cole?
Mm-hmm.
When Jeff Gordon tied Dale Earnhardt for most career wins, what did he do?
Waved the number 3 flag out of his car.
He brought out the number 3 Dale Earnhardt flag to celebrate that victory, and that's exactly what that's exactly what Denny Hamlin did today, and that we still to this day see that video in every race that's at Phoenix Raceway. We still see it in numerous times on social media throughout the year, and that's exactly what's going to happen with this Denny Hamlin Kyle Busch tribute on Sunday at Michigan. I thought it was great.
Iconic, a very iconic scene for sure.
Let's move on to the next soundbite from Denny Hamlin.
Well, that was we had the retirement soundbite, and apparently the audio isn't working, so that was the only two that we had. But yeah,
wasn't there one about the celebration? I saw 3 soundbites in there.
Oh
right?
no, yeah. We just pulled the B-roll of the. We pulled the B-roll.
Oh, nice. Okay, I didn't know that. So
yeah,
my bad. Well, yeah. Here's the celebration itself of Denny Hamlin after he matched Kyle Busch.
No, yeah.
You guys can go ahead and
we can talk. We can talk over
highlight what we're seeing there, Freak Nation.
Yeah. So this is. The crowd on their feet making noise as Denny Hamlin goes around back. In reverse on the racetrack, Alan Kulwicki style with that Kyle Busch number 8 flag, and the fans are loving it. And it was a great moment in NASCAR history. So kudos to Denny Hamlin, Joe Gibbs Racing for allowing that to happen.
You know what? I like what Denny said about how this series has been through it. And he wasn't just referencing the Kyle Busch death. He was talking about months of being through it. Referencing, of course, the lawsuit and the firing of Steve Phelps. And I could go on and on. But, it's not a case of, and we talked about this when Kyle passed away, when something like this is so tragic that it just leaves people in spaces that they're just not familiar with. I was watching the Richard Childress press conference and was once again reminded, this dude's lost the most popular driver and one of the most popular drivers ever as a driver for his team. And he had to sit up that dais once again today in a press conference that he intended to sit up there with Kyle Busch and talk about not having Kyle Busch. What a freaking gut punch to Richard. Well, I don't care what you think about Richard Childress, but what a gut punch for him to sit up there again, Crasher, and talk about Kyle Busch, arguably as revered to a lot of people as much as Dale Earnhardt Sr.
Yes, there are a lot of similarities there. Many Dale Earnhardt Sr. fans didn't know who to go to, who to become their driver after Dale Sr. had passed. Many of them obviously went to Dale Jr., but Kyle Busch was right there because there were some similarities in driving style, in attitude. And so it's almost a double gut punch to that fan base as well. But as you saw Richard Childress on the dais in the press conference, the press media center in Michigan yesterday, yes, this weekend was designated to be the actual conference to announce Kyle Busch back at RCR for 2027 and doing it in GM's backyard. So instead of that happening, unfortunately, he had to sit up and answer questions about the future of RCR. And it like gut punch is the best way to say it. You nailed it with that. He alluded to not sleeping well at all these last several weeks and how eerie things have been in his entire orbit. So, it was a difficult press conference for Richard Childress. The bites that you guys have, I don't know which one you have first, but he's got a few things that he alluded to yesterday.
And we will get to those coming up the next segment because there are 2 or 3 in there that I'd like to talk a little bit more about this. I didn't intend to talk about it here, but it just kind of dovetailed nicely into what Denny Hamlin was saying about really what they've been through. And it's some gut checks, frankly, that this series needs to contend with, not just this year, but moving on through 2027 from a programming standpoint to a development standpoint with a new race car to actually reprogramming their series when it comes to maybe getting into more of a when we race, where we race, how many times we race, how long we race. There's a lot of changes that frankly need to be made and not be so cavalier about hell yeah and getting back to our roots. Because here we are, guys, and to a lot of people's surprise, inside the walls of NASCAR, they're not where they wanted to be. Well, no, they never intended to be sitting in to get their ass handed to them by a driver and a couple of owners in court. They thought they were going to walk out of there with hat in hand. I mean, not with hat in hand, with the championship trophy in hand going, we just kicked Michael Jordan's ass. It didn't happen. And we're minus a leader. Now we got to, which I hope Steve O'Donnell will continue to advance this series. But they've got a lot to think about, man. A lot to think about that, frankly, the public is not aware of, but just from experience and knowing what I know about this series. I don't know if you're going to hear it from all those others that collect paychecks from NASCAR, from Dirty Mo to Jeff Gluck and Bianchi, those guys that cover the series, and frankly get pretty detailed. But when you collect a check from a certain series or a certain sport, there's certain things you can't say, and you won't say. But frankly, there's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts behind the scenes with NASCAR that they need to make adjustments with. And hopefully it's already started. And in 2027, we will see some of those changes. I think Steve O'Donnell is the right one to take this over. I don't know Steve O'Donnell. I've never talked to him one-on-one. Steve Phelps, I did several times, but Steve O'Donnell, no. Hopefully we can get him in the Freak Nation to get some details on some questions that I have for the series. But more importantly, we're going to hear from Richard Childress, who's been a stalwart when it comes to a name in the NASCAR Cup Series and, of course, the O'Reilly Series. Austin Hill will be running the 33 for the rest of the season. But there's some other questions that we need answers to. We'll hear from Richard coming up next. Speed Freaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. If you want to blend in, keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
The most memorable night in NTT IndyCar racing is coming to World Wide Technology Raceway on Sunday, June 7th. It's a 200-mile-per-hour spectacle of speed that you have to see to believe. The stars of the Indy 500 take center stage in the 10th annual Bommarito Automotive Group 500. That's not all. The stars of Indy NXT and the USAC Silver Crown Series go wheel to wheel to bring you 3 edge-of-your-seat races. Get your tickets to the big show at WWTRaceway.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive styling. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas fuel treatment. It works.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of SpeedFreaks for 2 decades.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation again. Lucas Oil makes this thing possible as Crasher and yours truly. We're doing it from the Infield Media Center, World Wide Technology Raceway, where we are under a red flag at this point. We thought we might get this restarted. I went outside and I could dodge the raindrops, but evidently, Crasher, there's some more weather coming in. Is that right?
There is some more weather coming in. They were slated to do the official restart at 9:42 local, 10:42 Eastern, but then sprinkles came back, so we are on hold again. And yes, I'm looking at my weather maps, and there is something pretty far south, and this is coming from south to north. If they can't get it started in the next 30 minutes, I think we're done for.
Got it. And again, guys, you back in Phoenix, back at the homestead. If you see anything before we do, please let us know.
Yeah,
Will do.
Yeah. According to Bob Pockras, he was essentially saying there is no curfew there at World Wide Technology Raceway, so they can go as long as they want, if they want to, but it would take about an hour to dry the racetrack. So that's kind of the timeline we're looking at. If they do get if the rain does kind of come to a cease anytime soon.
Got it.
Yeah.
Freak Nation, we have a number of interviews that I don't know if we'll be able to get to all of them, but we have Kyle Kirkwood, again, still in the race, running for an IndyCar win here at World Wide Technology Raceway, defending his win from last year.
Currently sitting 8th place.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've also got Myles Rowe, who won the Indy NXT race, who started, speaking of Rowe, who started on the back row and worked his way up through 23 cars to get himself a race win in the Indy NXT race. We've also got Alex Palou talking about his pole win. And then JR Todd, NHRA Funny Car Champion for 2018, part of Black Flag Confessions on official Speed Freaks on our YouTube page that we plan to get to. But first, I want to talk a little bit more about the Richard Childress press conference that happened yesterday afternoon at Michigan, a press conference that he had intended to be sitting next to Kyle Busch. Well, you guys go ahead and take it from here. Let's let him basically reiterate what the hell I just said. You guys set it up for me.
Yeah, here's Richard Childress, who again was in the media center at Michigan Speedway yesterday, and he's talking about why he was there to begin with. He was originally supposed to be there with Kyle Busch to announce that Kyle Busch would be returning to RCR next season.
Today, we were going to be in here. Kyle was going to be with me, and we were going to announce that he was coming back in 27 and drive for RCR. And we wanted to do it up here at Michigan with our GM friends, with Chevrolet, and it didn't happen. This is a different type of media availability. Instead of a press conference, that he was coming back and race for us in 27.
Okay, well, yeah, that was a really hard watch. Honestly, it hits home hearing that Kyle Busch. You know, there were many questions revolving around where he would race in 2027. Hearing that he would be back at RCR, it hurts. But I just want to give you a quick update on the IndyCar race. Drivers are exiting their cars. It looks like I don't think anything's been called, but I don't see any raindrops. That's a good sign. But yeah. What else do we have here, Richie? For clips?
Continuing on. So obviously, after Kyle's death, RCR decided to make the change and the switch from running the 8 car to the 33 car in Austin Hill. Here is Richard Childress talking about the decision behind moving on from the number 8 for now.
You know, we made the decision. Actually, Mike Verlander, our president, and I were talking about. We made the decision to not run the 8 car. Kyle helped us design. When we told him we had the 8 number, he was happy going back, a few years back, and he said, let's design it different. And this was Kyle's design. We let him, showed him a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, this was his design. So we decided to take it off. In 2001, we didn't have a number. We got to 33 now, so we just figured we'd put it on it.
And the one thing you didn't hear there is he went on to talk about Crash. I think you saw more of the press conference than I did, but he went on to talk about clarifying the future of Brexton, because originally when they got in the press release, RCR said that they would be saving the 8 for Brexton Busch. A lot of people were kind of speculating that, okay, well, if Brexton decides to go to RCR, that would be the case. But Crash, from what I understand, Richard clarified that and was essentially like, if Brexton decides to come into Cup, they would let Brexton race the 8 car. It doesn't necessarily have to be with RCR.
He specifically even said if Brexton wants to race with Hendrick, he can take the 8, this stylized 8, that's his to take wherever he wants to go, to Hendrick, to wherever. So yeah, that's just, wow. That's amazing. But that's Richard. That's really spectacular.
I know there's a soundbite of him talking about Austin Hill. We don't need to hear that one. It's just him saying, but we've all known that Austin Hill's taking the 33 for the rest of the year. But what this leaves me thinking is, for guys like Cole or maybe new fans of NASCAR, I don't know if it matters as much to you guys. It probably does Cole, because Cole's been a fan a long time. Cody as well, even Richie to a degree. But not having a Kyle Busch in a series that needs somebody to punch freaking tickets like Kyle Busch did. And we, in particular, worked very close, much closer than we ever had with Kyle Busch prior to him joining RCR and Lucas Oil at the time. And really were on the, I don't want to say front lines, but saw how much Kyle Busch meant to fans and really how much merch this guy sold and what a dividing line he created. It wasn't so much a negative dividing line over the last 4 or 5 years. It was like Kyle effing Busch. People would follow him just because he's Kyle freaking Busch. Whether it was, again, still had some of that attitude and wasn't afraid to mix it up on the radio with his crew chiefs or with his owner or with other drivers. He had meddled somewhat, but there's no one out there. Kyle Larson is not that. Noah Gragson is not like that. Kosovar is not like that. And there's no driver like that. Chase Elliott, for the life of me, I don't understand why he's so freaking popular. The wall in front of me is white, and it's more exciting than Chase Elliott. I mean, it's Kyle Larson at least speaks his mind to a degree. Ryan Blaney, cool. He's got a big badass mustache. They got a cool-ass freaking mini movie they're going to put out, Top Gun and Race the Base, but is that taking you into 2027 and beyond that? And, yes, Kyle Busch was old. He's old from a driver's standpoint. Thank goodness you have Denny. I want Denny to get back to, I beat every one of your punky little wet behind-the-ear drivers. You just need stuff like that. These are race car drivers. They are race car drivers, man.
They are badasses.
Yeah, and losing Kyle Busch, it continues to take steps in my head of really what this means to NASCAR. And I haven't paid too much attention to what Steve O'Donnell has said about Kyle Busch and so forth, just because I just don't hang out at press conferences. But you got to believe that these guys are going, man, we don't want to fill the shoes, but can we just create some excitement, some battles between drivers? It's everybody against Kosovar now. Austin Dillon says this about him, and it's just not the same. And I don't want the same necessarily, but you just realize, Cole Cusimano, what Kyle Busch brought to this series, it's just not there for you younger fans like we had in the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000 aughts. You ain't got it now, man.
No, we don't. And it's a major void to fill, and really that one that cannot be filled because Kyle Busch was a one-of-a-kind talent and personality. But I think that's why Carson Hocevar specifically is so essential to the sport's growth. And I think NASCAR is acknowledging that because of all the promotions they're doing with him and how much they're highlighting him each weekend. But On top of that, NASCAR Productions, I give them credit because they've been doing a lot more promos and just really well-done productions highlighting certain drivers to bring them into the limelight. So, again, you're never going to replace or fill those shoes that Kyle Busch had in the sport, but it's got to get to a point where these drivers are showing off their character and their personality to where you have a rooting interest in some of these younger drivers. But they're very far and few between these days, so I definitely agree with you there, Kenny.
Yep. It's going to be interesting, but we made it through Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s fatality. We're going to make it through this one, and at least we have the memories to talk about. Now, I know we're up against the top of the hour. We are close to cutting off our FS2 show, and good news, plan is to restart engines for IndyCar at 11:02 Eastern, 10:02 Central Time.
Let's go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My weather dance worked. You didn't see.
Be sure you come on over and join us at Official Speed Freaks on YouTube, or continue to listen to us on the Freak Radio Network or streaming. Regardless, we will be there for the next hour with some heavy freaking interviews sitting in the can, ready to drop your way, plus more conversation about what happened at Michigan International Speedway. Frankly, for the most part, a pretty damn good race. I think the last 20, 25 laps were kind of a bore fest, but again, Denny Hamlin won it and saluted Kyle Busch with that. I'll give him that.
That's the win right there.
Yep, that is the win for Michigan. Second hour of the Freaks coming up.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Keeping your pride and joy perfect is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Start with Slick Mist Speed Wax. Simply mist on and wipe off for professional detail or shine. For your tires and trim, there's Lucas Slick Mist Tire and Trim Shine. Spray on and wipe off for better than new look. Then finish her with Lucas Slick Mist Interior Detailer. Just spray and wipe. Easy. Use Lucas Slick Mist Car Care products and she'll never look better. Fast, easy, and professional. Really, it's sort of like having an extra set of hands. Or 3.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
The most memorable night in NTT IndyCar racing is coming to World Wide Technology Raceway on Sunday, June 7th. It's a 200-mile-per-hour spectacle of speed that you have to see to believe. The stars of the Indy 500 take center stage in the 10th annual Bommarito Automotive Group 500. That's not all. The stars of Indy NXT and the USAC Silver Crown Series go wheel to wheel to bring you 3 edge-of-your-seat races. Get your tickets to the big show at WWTRaceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of SpeedFreaks for 2 decades.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system. Pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Lucas Oil Studios and riding on a dope set of General Tires, Speed Freaks, Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys, Richie, Cole, and Cody, Big Johnson. This isn't a show, it's a
Yep. Oh, we love our technical difficulties, don't we, Kenny?
That's how we roll, Freak Nation. Top of the hour technical issues, but damn it, we're going to make it through this next hour, Freak Nation. In fact, we're going to make it through this storm that's going to be coming through here later at World Wide Technology Raceway. I'm told that drivers have been called back to their cars, and they're going to try and get this freaking thing in by the time we get the hell off the air. Maybe. It just might happen, Freak Nation. It just might happen. So coming up this hour, we're going to hear from JR Todd, NHRA Funny Car champion from 2018, running for another championship this year. He'll be joining us this hour. Also coming up, Myles Rowe. Didn't intend to have Myles Rowe on the show until he won the race. Oh, okay, great. The guy won the Indy NXT race. Yeah. He did not qualify he was disqualified for qualifying, where in IndyCar, once you qualify, you need to calm your car down, bam, take a slow, what do you call it, Crasher? A slow-paced lap around the track, right? Right? And then you come back into the pits. But what Myles Rowe did when they waved the checkered flag for the Indy NXT race qualifying, as he grabbed the pole, by the way, he continued to go. And they say in the rule book that you cannot continue to go once you see the checkered flag in qualifying.
Well, and he explains it specifically because it's not like as a driver, you're looking up at the flag stand. It's not really the safest thing to do.
Right.
You have to rely on your radio. And he assumed that he got the checkered flag, but he asked his crew, said, was that the checkered? He didn't hear anything. He let off the gas. I mean, he explains this in the interview. I probably shouldn't explain it all myself, but he didn't hear anything back. So just to be safe, he slammed the gas again and went for another lap. But as it turns out, not allowed.
We hear that the IndyCar, they're back. The IndyCar cars are back on the track, right?
Yep, they're rolling right now off pit road.
All right. Now, Crasher, again, I didn't read it correctly. They're going to try and get a few laps in until this next swell comes through.
No, they believe they are good until midnight Eastern. So can they get – what lap are they on? I need to look at my leaderboard.
139 at 260.
Okay, so it depends on how many yellows, obviously. They could, if there's no yellows, they could get this in before the next storm comes. But the chance of there being 0 yellows, slim to none. So we'll see.
Actually, I hope it runs freaking long so I can go see some of this damn race after we get off the air.
It's true. That's not wrong. Yes.
So here's my story, gang. I had everything set, ready to catch myself some fantastic pyro from our good friends at World Wide Technology Raceway.
And what Kenny told me on the drive in today was, I'm going to get the tripod set up. I'm going to be up on one of the grassy mounds. I mean, granted, that was still the plan, we had a few microphone issues here that kind of took us away from some of the pre-race festivities. But yeah, Kenny was really wanting to see this explosion on the backstretch.
Yeah, we were having some pre-show tech issues that we needed to work out, so it delayed some regardless. But nature called. Big Mother Nature.
Oh.
So as I was dropping bombs, World Wide Technology was dropping bigger bombs.
Hold on. So you were in the can when the bomb went off?
Yes.
Oh, man. Give us a little background. How was that?
That's unreal, dude.
Did you feel the heat on the can?
I didn't feel the heat, but the doors were rattling. And there's a wonderful den mother that's here at the media center. She is lovely. She's an older woman, but she's just a great greeter here. And it wasn't oh lordy, it wasn't one of those. But it was one of those where and I'm sitting on the commode and I'm rattling back and forth. You know, I'm trying to get off that day. It's one of those nature calls where you can't put it on pause. It had to go. And when nature calls also, there are certain times you just can't cut it short. You can't, because you know there's more coming. Damn it. I thought I was still going to have enough. You know, they still got 2 more laps to warm up, and boom, 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 boom. And then you hear, woo-hoo! You hear the ladies out in the hall screaming.
That's good. That's good.
I traveled 1,200 freaking miles, braved the weather to be on the commode when all we've been talking about for an entire week with every driver is the freaking pyro.
You're not going to live this down. Every year.
Do I care?
No, you don't care. That's
really?
But every year it's going to come back up with drivers, and they're going to be like, "Oh, are you the guy that was on the pot? Like you were dropping your own bombs when the bombs went off. Okay, I got you. You're that guy."
Well, and we were talking about that with a number of drivers talking about, do you shart when the bombs go off? I mean, I didn't just shart. I just it was detonation proclamation. Well, aren't you glad those new followers from Fox Sports FS2 came over to Official Speed Freaks to catch more insight to the Michigan race that I'm talking about?
Hey, this is Speed Freaks.
Unbelievable.
Did Crash at least catch the explosion?
Yes, I was in Alex Palou's pit. I caught the explosion, and yep, it was woof. I was so enamored with the fireworks. I don't remember fireworks last year, so I'm watching the fireworks and not planning on the explosion going off, and all of a sudden it goes off, and I jumped. I'm like, okay.
Well, and that's what happened with me, because at first I thought, that sounds like fireworks. That doesn't sound like the big kablooey as they did on doing Anchorman.
We are back
And
under
I thought-
green, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's go. Kyle Collette has moved into the lead, the rookie.
So I thought, man, I might be able to get to see but nope. Oh, girls. I can't remember what she said, but I was laughing. So good. It was so good. Oh. And one of the things that we talked about, and again, it's on our YouTube page under IndyCar Freak Nation. If you get a chance, check out our interview with Alex Palou. After he grabbed the pole on Saturday afternoon, he sat down with us, and the guy is just a master. He downplayed the planning that he has with his crew. Pretty much, yeah, I provide a little bit of input, but I'll drive what they give me. But that's not what we hear. We hear he's got more input as a driver in that race car. And Crasher, it certainly shows with this guy. And this may not sound a lot to the novice, but when you out-qualify second place, or the second qualifier by a mile per hour, is that what it was?
It was an entire mile. Yeah. Well, hold on a second. Yeah, it was an entire mile per hour and a half. Yeah. I mean, it was significant. Just nobody was in his stratosphere.
Yeah, that might as well be city blocks.
It is crazy to me that, if I'm not mistaken, he has been the IndyCar pole sitter for like a month straight.
Yes. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
4 weeks, 4 races.
We talked, I believe we talked about that at the top of the show.
I think Richie might have been a little concerned with some other things going on.
He may have, yes. But yes, 4 weeks, 4 poles, 4 different racetracks. He started off the road course at Indianapolis, road course to a super speedway, to a street circuit, to a short oval. You can't get any better than that. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And doing this short oval on the pole after he told us after his win in Detroit, Gateway's just not WWT Raceway. Yeah. It's just not my best track. It's just, I'm not that good there.
He's currently sitting 9th right now,
which is it's good for him at Gateway at World Wide Technology Raceway. Also, real quick, doesn't Kimi Antonelli have 4 straight poles as well in F1?
Yes, he got his first Grand Slam this weekend too, which is fastest in practice, fastest lap. Yeah, so good for him. Back to F1.
Back to F1.
Yeah, so no, that's significant though, because a Grand Slam at Monaco is not common, even though there's not a lot of passes for the lead. But the Grand Slam being not just the pole, not just the win, but also the fastest lap. And what's the 4th?
I believe it is the fastest in final practice. Right?
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, that's pretty significant.
Just a little bit.
For sure.
Just a little bit.
For sure.
Crash and yours truly, we finally watched, Marty McFly this weekend, this past week.
Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme.
Let's go.
And being the ping pong shark that he played in the movie kind of reminds me of Alex Palou, where he just sits over there so freaking innocent. I just helped my crew. I just don't do well at World Wide Technology Raceway. I don't know if that's my Indian accent or that's
the worst Spanish accent I've ever heard in my life.
Here's an Alex Palou fun fact for you. He speaks 3 languages fluently. Obviously English and Spanish, also Italian.
How about ass kicking?
Nice.
Do you speak ass kicking? Yes, I do. 4 poles, 4 different tracks.
And 4-time champion.
New Garden is hunting, baby. New Garden is hunting Marcus Ericsson for the lead.
He's closing in.
All right, Freak Nation, we will keep you updated on the IndyCar race at World Wide Technology Raceway, where Crash Gladys and yours truly are. Richard C., Cody Big Ass Johnson, and Richard C. Flores are back in Phoenix. They're holding things down there. But coming up next, his name is JR Todd, NHRA Funny Car champion, part of our Black Flag Confessions. He joins us next. SpeedFreaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
SpeedFreaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Keeping your pride and joy perfect is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Start with Slick Mist Speed Wax. Simply mist on and wipe off for a professional detailer shine. For your tires and trim, there's Lucas Slick Mist Tire and Trim Shine. Spray on and wipe off for better than new look. Then finish her with Lucas Slick Mist Interior Detailer. Just spray and wipe. Easy. Use Lucas Slick Mist Car Care products and she'll never look better. Fast, easy, and professional. Really, it's sort of like having an extra set of hands. Or 3.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of SpeedFreaks for 2 decades.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
I can tell you, Freak Nation, a lot of fans here at World Wide Technology Raceway, they got themselves some General Tires because they had a lot of rain here in St. Louis. They went to GeneralTire.com, found the tire for their ride, and bang, they got themselves some new GTs for the summer. We have something new at Official Speed Freaks on our YouTube page. It's called Black Flag Confessions. And basically, it's a long-form interview that we'll do with big-time folks involved in motorsports, for the most part. And the latest is JR Todd, about a good 45 minutes with the 2018 Funny Car Champion. So many things that he shares in here. One in particular was recently at Charlotte, he ended up in the sand traps when his chutes didn't open. We paid particular attention to that. And about getting car sick when his wife drives. But does he really? It's a portion of JR Todd right now. Speed Freaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios. So, JR, do you get car sick or does your girlfriend get car sick?
My girlfriend does. So she always has to drive, and she asked if my girlfriend drives me everywhere, and I said, not typically, because I don't like her driving. So it's like a lose-lose situation.
What is it about her driving that you don't like?
She's just too fast.
Oh.
Says a drag racer?
Yeah, but like I don't take corners at like 90 and things like that. That it drives me nuts. And then riding people's ass, like knock it off.
Whoa. So this begs the question, what kind of an actual street driver is JR Todd?
I'm impatient, that's for sure. But I mean, I'm in a big lifted Toyota Tundra, so I'm not in a huge hurry, but at the same time, like don't be camped out in the left lane. And they're bad about that in Florida. Like, I feel like most people that are here aren't from here, but they have Florida tags, so you can't tell if they're like New Yorkers or whatever, which I feel like most of them are, and they suck at driving.
Look, man, you had your share of blue hairs in freaking Indianapolis. Hey. Is it two
or three? They're all here now, dude. Like, they call it seasons, so I'm sure it's the same as Arizona. Like, they're here basically from October until Easter, then they leave. So that era, like, you gotta watch your ass because you might get run over.
Yeah, they call them snowbirds in Arizona. I'm sure something similar.
Same here. It's like when you see the car haulers showing up in fall, you're like, ah. And then when they're there in spring leaving, you're like, yes.
Peace out.
Yes.
Well, which begs to, then I've got to ask the question again. You've got some awesome highlights, and sometimes they're just not awesome for a dude that's in a freaking race car. And I think I'm talking about, what was it, Charlotte? With the sand traps, and you've had your share of accidents and run-ins, but that's so fresh in my mind that watching it, it felt like it took forever before you hit the sand trap. Chutes didn't open. As a driver, does it take forever, or is it just real time for you?
You're trying to process a lot in that short period of time. A lot of people don't realize that Charlotte, the shutdown area, it's not that long. I mean, Pomona is really short, but it's not that short. But at the same time, like, you know, you just have a routine. You know, you see the finish line coming up, hit the chutes, and you expect them to hit, and next thing you know, they don't hit. So then you got to get all over the brake, and the thing's bouncing, and you can't really slow down when the thing's bouncing and you're not in control. It's got to ease off the brake, get on the brake, ease off the brake, and you're covering so much ground in a short period of time that you see the sand coming up, and at the last second you realize, like, all right, I'm not getting this thing stopped. So then it's, what can I do to minimize the damage before going into the sand? And that's basically turned it to try and go in there sideways and not get into the net and destroy the car.
So what can I do to minimize damage going to the sand trap? JR, that's not something, at least I don't think it is, that you guys train yourselves for. You always hear about drag racers on the tree, training their reaction time. Obviously, you guys are in the gym to get your physical fitness going. How do you train for something like that?
It's funny you asked that, because I had a guy ask me a couple weeks ago. He's like, so how do you practice for that situation? Like, we don't practice tearing up things. Like, there's no on the job training for that. Just, driving by the seat of your pants by feel. I mean, that's kind of what we do every run down the track. And I had a situation like that in 2006 in a Top Fuel dragster in Denver, the first race that I won right off the track there in the semifinals. And just, I kind of panicked. First chute didn't come open, and instead of going for the second chute, I just got all over the brakes and was bouncing all over the place and went in the sand pretty good. It didn't tear up anything. But then in the funny car, I know that when I hit the button, I can see the lever here. When it goes forward, that means that the chutes are activated. Therefore, like, I know that I don't need to go for the lever because I saw it move and the chutes didn't open, and it's both chutes. So I'm not slowing down. So now it's time to get on the brake and just, I know in the past, situations, other people going in the net, especially in Charlotte, that it's tearing up a bunch of stuff. And, this was a great car. We're still running that car, and I didn't want to do anything possible to tear it up. And luckily, the only thing that was damaged was the Supra body, which I think they managed to fix it within the last week or so back at the shop, which is pretty impressive.
So again, Kenny, that answers your question about how it slows down for him as he's looking at indicators and what's going on with the chutes and what's deployed. Wow.
Yeah, and the more runs you make in these things, the more like it slows down in your mind. Like, I always relate it to like an NFL quarterback. You hear him say the game slowed down for him. I mean, it's not like it's in slow motion. It's just that their mind is able to process things quicker. And I feel like that's kind of what happens to us inside the car. There's still a lot going on in a short period of time, but the more runs you make, you just kind of process things quicker and react to it.
JR Todd joining us here in the Freak Nation Lucas Oil Studios, and it's not lost on me. You know how long we've been doing this thing, almost 26 years, and covering drag racing, Supercross, IndyCar, NASCAR. There's individuals that have come and gone in this series, and it's not lost on me. Anytime I see a car go in the sand trap, there are memories that come back. And I'm going to bring it up because I haven't heard it discussed, that we know what happened with Scotty Coletta. And when you see something like that in a Connie Coletta-owned funny car, were there other people at the other end of the track going, holy crap, we've seen this before? And was there concern at the other end of the track?
I don't think in the moment there was any concern like that. I never heard anybody bring that up, but the following week I definitely heard, I got some messages and talked to people, and they're like, hey man, that was a scary situation to see. It reminded me of Scottsdale, which yes and no. Scottsdale, the thing blew up and no chutes and ran off a really short track there in Englishtown, and just a worst case scenario, everything that happened to where we've made so many safety improvements based on, Scott's incident and other incidents in the past. And, a lot of people are concerned, did I get hurt or banged up at all? Like, I honestly, like, I'm so tight that thing, and the head pads that we have them now are like kind of like, IndyCar and NASCAR guys. Like, I didn't even get a headache after that, which there was a lot of bouncing around in there. And I thought for sure that it was going over once I hit the sand. Like, it got up on two wheels. I'm like, well, here we go. But no, I just, thankful for all the great safety equipment we have. And yeah, I'm here to talk about today.
Yeah. Can you run it through what the reactions are for you just before you hit the finish line, what your routine is? Because we've got to remind people what you need to do, not just in split seconds, but in milliseconds to get that car stopped. But Can you take a couple of minutes and run it through us? Maybe some of your hand gestures or what you're doing?
That's a good question because, the years that I drove a top fuel dragster just became routine. I mean, I'd say 9 times out of 10, a dragster pretty much does the same thing going down the track just because it's so long and planted, got a lot of downforce. Obviously they're a lot quicker and faster now than they were when I drove them. But, I was kind of taught early on when you get to half track, like get your hand off the wheel and get on the chute lever. When you see the finish line cones coming up about, 100 feet or so away, pull the chutes, which sounds weird, but you're covering so much ground so quick that by the time you get to the finish line, you want those chutes out. That way, in the instance that I had in Charlotte, when you don't feel them, you can go right for the brake and know that, you got a problem. So to back up, once I moved from the dragster to the funny car in 2017, like first few races, like I'm getting way over by the wall, and we had the laid back headers on back then. That was the go fast trick, from Del Worsh and those guys. And in 2015 and 16, that's where a lot of the record runs came from back then. So these things were not easy to drive when we had those headers on. The front end's light, and it puts a cylinder out. I mean, it really magnified, shooting me across the track. So there, the first couple races, like I'm almost hitting the wall. And Phoenix, I came really close to hitting the wall. And I remember Ron Capps came up to me in the lanes. He's like, "Hey, man, I know you're used to driving a dragster and taking your hand off the wheel and hitting the chute lever. Like, you need to stop doing that. Get a button." Because, rule of thumb, like macho guys always thought parachute buttons for wimps. Like, you use your hand, you hit the lever when you see the finish line coming up and pull the chutes. So after that, got a chute button, and now I have 2 buttons. I have one for the parachutes, which both chutes are tied to a lever that has an air cylinder that runs to that button I have on the steering wheel. Then I have another button that I've never used, and knock on wood, I never want to use. We call it the "oh shoot" button, that kills the ignition, shuts the fuel off and dumps the parachutes all at the same time. So yeah, same rule of thumb. You see the finish line coming up, I hit that button and I can see that lever if it, moves or not. Typically, if there's a problem with the airline or the air cylinder that doesn't move that lever, I can go to it with my hand and get it that way. But what happened in Charlotte was the actual cables that go through the parachutes, where they connect to that parachute lever, they snapped off. So like I was pretty much dead in the water. Like there was nothing that was going to save me. And that is just with the chutes not coming out.
SpeedFreaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas fuel treatment. It works.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
The most memorable night in NTT IndyCar racing is coming to World Wide Technology Raceway on Sunday, June 7th. It's a 200-mile-per-hour spectacle of speed that you have to see to believe. The stars of the Indy 500 take center stage in the 10th annual Bommarito Automotive Group 500. That's not all. The stars of Indy NXT and the USAC Silver Crown Series go wheel to wheel to bring you 3 edge-of-your-seat races. Get your tickets to the big show at WWTRaceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. That's 800-948-1659.
There is less than 1/100th of an inch of motor oil protecting your car's engine. Friction and heat causes engine oil to experience thermal breakdown, weakening its ability to protect the engine and its parts. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer is specially formulated to resist thermal breakdown, protect vital engine parts, and extend the life of your engine. It also stops smoking, knocking, and oil consumption in worn engines. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer. Keep that engine alive.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Kenny, you're muted, Broham. You're muted, Broham.
There we go. Thank you. IndyCar race still going on from the infield at World Wide Technology Raceway. That's where we are, Freak Nation. So much whining going on with these race cars makes me forget to unmute my damn button. 195 laps done of 260, Freak Nation, and Scott Dixon and Alex Palou at 1 and 2. And we'll keep you posted. Myles Rowe, Indy NXT winner from today, worked his way back from the last spot to win this damn race. It's incredible. What a great race today for this young man. And he joins us now, Speed Freaks Pits and the Lucas Oil Studios. So Myles Rowe back in the Freak Nation. I was showing him a video from about 4 or 5 years ago when you got your first F2000 win, right?
Yeah, correct.
Many years ago. And now here you are back with your IndyCar NXT win at World Wide Technology Raceway. But this son of a gun is badass, man. You're freaking DNF, DNQ, whatever the hell it was. You're at the back of the pack working your way through 23 freaking cars to get this win, man. This is probably a rhetorical question. Did you think you had a shot to win this damn race starting at the back?
I did. I knew it. I knew I did. I saw it. It was hard for me to accept the DQ yesterday, especially after, that was going to be my first pole in the series. But, getting to, go back to the hotel and really just think about how fast we were as a team, and knowing, the amount of time we'd have with the laps and the cars and just how practice one went and how the high line was working. I knew that we had a chance, no doubt. Yeah.
All right, so work me through this. For those who didn't follow this story, you're on the pole, but then all of a sudden you're not on the pole. Tell us the story on how this went down, how you were notified, where were you, who did you want to punch first?
Yeah, it was. So I knew it was so we got DQ'd because I took an extra lap around the speedway.
Okay, why did you do that?
And I did that because there was no call of checkered flag, and when you're in the car, you can't see the checkered flag. Actually, you have to purposely look and consciously look for the checkered flag. So I don't know too many drivers who do that. You kind of focus forward, so you're listening for the radio to call it. So I backed off. But I heard no checkered, so I went back to throttle because I was like, okay, if I go through 1 and 2, at least they'll call the checkered or say pit in. I'll have time to pit in, but it was radio silence. So at that point, I just was like I just miscounted or something, like I need to take the lap. I'm looking at my predicted, I'm only 2/10 down, I can still salvage it. So I'm thinking of all these things instead of going on the radio and just confirming, checkered flag or pit in when that's what I knew. So took the lap, and that's just blatant, against the rules, and then they DQ'd us for that. So communication error ultimately at the end of the day.
Where were you when whoever walked up to you said, "Bro"?
Well, I knew. I mean, those things it's pretty clear in racing. They have clear rules, so I knew it was going to be a long shot if we were going to start up front. And then my PR guy Jacob Donahue, he was like, "Yeah, it's you're going to have to start from the back and things." And I was not ready to accept that at the time, especially seeing my time and just coming out the car and having a great performance. I was very happy with how I drove that qualifying session. So. I had to go back in the trailer and just sit down in the separate lounge, like where no one was, and almost missed the autograph session because I didn't see the rest of my teammates leaving and everything, and then I come out and everyone's gone, so I had to speed on this electric bike to get the autograph session, and that was interesting, but at the end of the day it's just clear rules. Unfortunately, I heard Will Power did that at some point in his career and things, and it happens, just communication error.
So when was that moment in your hotel last night that you were like, okay, challenge accepted, I'm going for this?
Yeah, it was way before the hotel. Cool. Yeah, way before I left the track, because I just knew the speed of the car we had. It was just a feeling, you know when your car is fast enough, and you kind of did the math. I had this kind of idea of how many cars I needed to pass in a certain amount of laps, and it was actually really feasible. And I knew that if I just, kind of kept that calm headspace to, make that happen, that, it could turn out pretty well. I knew also if cautions came that could kind of help bring the field back together. I also knew that if they didn't, that plan was still very, very feasible. So I was definitely very furious, like as I was getting to the point of leaving the track, because I really had to accept that and go back and then really change the plan. But yeah, I knew that we could do it long before I got to the hotel.
And then how much were restarts a part of your strategy? Because those were calculated too, as you were kind of holding back a little bit on some, if I was reading the track correctly.
Yeah, no doubt. The first one, I knew people would have a lot of attrition. So it was just about kind of managing that and then finding the pockets when they opened up, because when people do that, things get kind of clustered. And some people will make some moves that are advantageous in one section of the track, but then it'll all go haywire in the other section because you can't keep that up with the aero wash and our aerodynamics on an oval. So I was cautious on the first one, and then I knew the other ones that just I can't even remember honestly if I was in the front, or I think the next one was I in the front maybe, but I just knew that if I just placed my car correctly when those restarts came, that it would all be fine, especially once the first restart happened. I knew that it was no doubt achievable, because that really packed us all back up together. Because I was especially after last year's race, we didn't have any cautions, so I was really expecting that. Honestly, I would have put money that we had no cautions for some reason, just to expect the unexpected, right? And kind of have a plan for that. So I was really waiting for 29 and 26, Hughes and Pearson to just, when they get lap traffic, that's when I really had to make my moves and really had to gain time on them. But luckily the restarts came and it made things even simpler.
You talk about having a cool head or a calm mindset. You are a movie producer, a documentarian, a book writer. There's a lot of walks of your life that it's not as easy said than done to have a calm mindset. How do you do that? Who taught you to have that sort of a behaviorism in order to be successful at any of your jobs?
I think my parents have a big role in that. My parents have always been very calm-minded people, talk things out properly. Communication is very key. And just, you need to they taught me a lot about just having grounding myself. I've gotten into meditation on my own, kind of when I reached 18 and things, just exploring different things on the internet, obviously, and just that was one thing that I fell in love with, honestly, to just keep myself calm and just kind of have a different headspace than some other people, especially at a time where that was a time where I wasn't racing. And so I was just, finding all kinds of different things. And that was something that I've taken into racing that's really changed everything. I always meditate a little bit in the car before I go out. I do that every single session. And that's something that really, makes sure I get myself in the right channel of energy to perform correctly.
Alex Palou sat in that seat yesterday after he won his 4th pole in a row. Who's your guy in IndyCar? Well, let me just back up just a second. What you being a driver, watching what Alex Palou is doing as an IndyCar driver, how do you see that and what he's doing with his career so far? Yeah, no doubt. When you say the name Palou now, I mean, you can't help but think of, names like Schumacher, Senna, Hamilton, except like it's really hard for me because everything Schumacher, Hamilton, Senna, I was not in the racing paddock for really, and not really around. But Palou is always abroad where I am now, and that's something that I really try to take in, because I think of it like being around the paddock when Schumacher was there, and being around the paddock in Hamilton's Mercedes days, and same thing with being around the paddock when Senna was driving. Like that's how I see it, and I try to just learn from him as much as I can. It very much so seems like I'm going to be going against him very soon, so just trying to absorb as much as I can, because he is no doubt the representation of peak performance, and no doubt I'm going to need to find a way to succeed, to be better than him and all the rest of the field. Pardon my ignorance, you're going to be going against Alex Palou soon? Did you just drop something out there in the Freak Nation?
I believe so. That is what I believe. Yes, sir. That is what I'm training for, no doubt. That is the pinnacle right now, no doubt. And yeah, not afraid of it. No doubt. That's who I want to go against. That's who I think we all strive to beat, in his records he's achieving right now.
Why don't we have it in writings? Come on, man. Come on. Why don't we have you there? You should have been there last year, 2 years ago, bud.
Yeah.
Not too fast.
Okay.
Not too fast.
Oh.
We're working on it.
I'm just a fan, man. I'm a fan of what you're doing, and I hope that you do get up there to run against these badasses, because you're a badass. I just want you to get, everybody in this room wants you to get with the right team, so you can excel like you are with the IndyCar Next series. So is there a shot that you're going to get a ride next year?
I believe we're working on it. We're working on it, no doubt. Things are, in the beginning of the season, things, we're looking like, we have to really find a way to get a shot that might have been, not what we thought a couple years ago. I still don't really know. Everything's a little bit gray for me, but I'm just trying to focus on this championship. That's the key right now, and that's what I can do in my control to make sure I have that shot.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
The most memorable night in NTT IndyCar racing is coming to World Wide Technology Raceway on Sunday, June 7th. It's a 200-mile-per-hour spectacle of speed that you have to see to believe. The stars of the Indy 500 take center stage in the 10th annual Bommarito Automotive Group 500. That's not all. The stars of Indy NXT and the USAC Silver Crown Series go wheel to wheel to bring you 3 edge-of-your-seat races. Get your tickets to the big show at WWTRaceway.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, if you're watching the IndyCar series right now on Fox, you're seeing a close-up of Myles Rowe, gentleman we had on just that last segment. And Crasher, it is interesting seeing Myles Rowe in the Penske pits with a headset as the drivers are hopefully about to restart those engines.
As we're just coming off the interview that we had with him earlier today, and he said, yes, the plans are in action now to get into an IndyCar. And we kind of pushed him for what team? Well, should we connect the dots? He's standing in a Roger Penske pit right now.
Well, Cole Cusimano would be happy to know that I quizzed the guy because at one time he was very serious into his, we're trying to say
filmography. He was a documentary producer, film producer.
Right.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, all right, you've got Quentin Tarantino on the phone, and he has you for a screenplay. He wants you to direct the screenplay, and it's starring Zendaya. And on the other phone is Roger Penske. He's going to put you in a fourth car. Whose call you taking? Now, 4 years ago when we had him on is Quentin Tarantino.
Yep.
But what didn't make that interview that we had last segment was him saying he would take the call from Roger Penske. Then who did I drop in there?
You said, let's add Sydney Sweeney to that. And then he said, well, I have Roger on the phone, but I'd be trying to find my phone with Quentin Tarantino. And then I said, yeah, you need to tell Roger that you're going to have a side hustle.
That's an awesome,
that didn't make the
awesome
interview
question.
that just, okay, you're going to, clearly, y'all, you're going to have to go to our YouTube page to watch that interview with Myles Rowe in its entirety.
Yeah,
and I
Social
hear cars,
clip that.
I hear cars fired up behind us right now.
Let's go, baby.
They're going green.
Right, and can I say something? He joined Speed Freaks for the first time 3 or 4 years ago.
Yep.
Right? I think it's so awesome. And the great thing about this show, Freak Nation, anybody who may be watching us for the first time or just joining us this year, like, The Freak Nation gets everybody on this show before they go big time.
Mm-hmm.
Corey Heim, when he was running ARCA Series, was on the show, right? Connor Zilic was on the show when he was running Trans Am. Myles Rowe was on the show when he was winning races in the USF 2000 Series. So you want to become big? Come hang out in the Freak Nation first, and then you make the big time. Everybody, come on now.
Yeah, give one more name
And
too.
you know what
Oh, sorry. What about Zane Smith?
Yep, Zane Smith. That's a perfect example. Zane Smith when he was running the ARCA Series. Shoot, Kyle Larson when he was 15, I was putting him on the Lucas Oil ASCS Sprint Car Series.
Okay, actually, there are pictures of that, of Kenny being the pit reporter in some of these sprint car series with a tiny Kyle Larson. Tiny. We need to bring those pictures out. Yeah.
And a beardless Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
But, you know, that's what I need to reflect on. I got pissed off this weekend. I got really pissed off at a NASCAR inside decision that was made. And I let it occupy my freaking 2 days. And it probably occupied a little bit more of my time. But it's stories like that. Myles Rowe was part of the reason why we started this freaking thing, of giving dudes a chance and women a chance to get on a big-time radio show at the time, now TV show, social media show, whatever you want to put the label on, in hopes of becoming a big-time driver. And Richie just rattled off a few of them right there. And there have been drivers that have come and gone. They shot their wad, had a great time, shot their wad, and they're gone since we started this damn thing. And as you mentioned, 2 weeks from now, we'll be 26 years old. So a lot of folks out there that may continue to think of us in a different light can kiss my ass, frankly. But when you can have guys like Myles Rowe, Zane Smith, Connor Zilic, Cratcher, when we started this thing, Denny Hamlin was just starting up with Joe Gibbs. Denny Hamlin
it was a couple of years before he would start with Joe Gibbs.
I understand that, but I'm saying that's guys like that. I mean, Tony, I could just go on and on about it, and there's been nothing, and there will never, maybe just because of where we are in this time of life, there will never be anything like what we've created here, and continue to provide a palette for others to perform and to show their wares. Myles Rowe. I mean, here's a guy that was calling in from Brooklyn, Richie, 4 or 5 years ago. Thank you, COVID, as we're all freaking battened up in our own quadrants back in the day. And here's Myles Rowe checking in as a F2000 winner, and now a 3-time winner in the Indy NXT series. And it goes without saying, he's a black man winning in an open wheel series. It's not the IndyCar series, I can give you that, but he's beating white men in the Indy NXT series. It sounds harsh, but it's not lost on us, man.
He's the first black driver to win in Indy NXT. Mm-hmm. It is 2026, folks, and we are saying that. What is up? But you know what? Hey, let's continue this ride.
He's the first driver to start dead last, regardless of his color, and win a damn race. You heard
Indy NXT, yeah.
You heard Buxton talking about how if this guy doesn't end up in a ride for the Indy 500 next year, I'll say it for you, Buxton. You can kiss his ass.
To put a cap on that conversation, Cole and I were talking about this during the break. We were talking about this on Wednesday too. Jennifer Fryer wrote a piece that I thought was interesting. I didn't get a chance to read it because it was behind a paywall. I don't have a subscription, unfortunately. But the headline was essentially Joseph Newgarden's in a contract year this year, and his future with Team Penske is very, very much up in the air. Mm-hmm. If not leaning towards moving on from Penske after this season. He is now leading tonight's race at World Wide Technology Raceway.
Right.
By the way, with an injured foot, of all things too. So there you go. So that Myles Rowe taking over for Joseph Newgarden at Penske next year?
Potentially. And we might have spoken this into existence too, because I think it was either this Wednesday or last Sunday where I said, why doesn't Myles Rowe have a ride in IndyCar?
Yeah, that's right.
And lo and behold, you have this nugget from our interview at World Wide Technology Raceway, and now we're seeing him in the Penske pit box. So SpeedFreaks did it again, maybe.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
The end of this race is going to be awesome, by the way. Joseph Newgarden leads over Christian Rasmussen, who is maybe the most fun driver to watch on ovals. Should have won at Phoenix until him and Will Power tangled up late in that race. And then Marcus Ericsson, who's dominated most of this race tonight, coming through all the way through the field, led the most laps tonight, is sitting in third. So watching these three guys, oval specialists, go toe-to-toe over the last, we are about 50 laps away from the end of this race, is going to be incredible racing. Especially Christian Rasmussen, man. That kid, he's had a rough season this year, had a rough Indianapolis 500. He's hungry for a win. He just signed a contract extension with ECR this week. That's my pick. I'm taking Christian Rasmussen, man. I love watching that guy race.
Good pick.
This is how badass Chris Blair is, General Manager, Executive Vice President, World Wide Technology Raceway. As the race is getting underway, he walks in the studio. He starts talking to us. Oh, you're still on the air? And then gave us the lowdown about this race, Crash. Did you put that out on Twitter?
No, I did not. They're already green, so it doesn't matter.
Well, okay.
Actually, they're not green. Wait, that sounds yellow behind me.
No, that's yellow.
That's still yellow. Yeah. Okay.
Are they yellow because it's? Hold on a second. So, what's going on?
Yeah, why are they still yellow?
They just had a round of pit stops. We don't have the audio on. I'm assuming they're still going under caution, still trying to get the track dry. I'm assuming. We don't have the audio.
Hey, real
on,
quick,
so.
who won Beat the Freaks? Hurry.
Pull it up.
By the way,
there we go. Let's go. That's another W for your boy. Another W for your boy. 147 points, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Crash at 54 points, so you almost hit the 50-point cutoff, Crash.
what is wrong with me?
Hey, Freak Nation, we'll do it again Wednesday for Horsepower Hump Day, then again Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Nope, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. Later.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Keeping your pride and joy perfect is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Start with Slick Mist Speed Wax. Simply mist on and wipe off for professional detailer shine. For your tires and trim, there's Lucas Slick Mist Tire and Trim Shine. Spray on and wipe off for better than new look. Then finish her with Lucas Slick Mist Interior Detailer. Just spray and wipe. Easy. Use Lucas Slick Mist Car Care products and she'll never look better. Fast, easy, and professional. Really, it's sort of like having an extra set of hands. Or 3.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
The most memorable night in NTT IndyCar racing is coming to World Wide Technology Raceway on Sunday, June 7th. It's a 200-mile-per-hour spectacle of speed that you have to see to believe. The stars of the Indy 500 take center stage in the 10th annual Bommarito Automotive Group 500. That's not all. The stars of Indy NXT and the USAC Silver Crown Series go wheel to wheel to bring you 3 edge-of-your-seat races. Get your tickets to the big show at WWTRaceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring.
Hello.
You want to blend in? Keep walking. hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system. Pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.